Good morning, dreamers. How are you today? Carlton, Ontario. Um, how was your week? I was looking forward to today to have coffee with you. I'm quite excited to be back, but know that my limitations are such that once a week is enough. And I just have been meditating on what am I designed to do. When I decided to come back this January, um, one of the things that prompted me was that several people, three, not several, three people asked, "Are you still doing? I don't see any." And it was like, oh. And I started to think about it. And one of the things I am designed to do is to just touch base with you, with whomever, with. Um, I'm also designed to drink coffee early in the morning. That's not the point, but designed to think about things and to process things. My dad always likened me to apple cider because I mull. I can't say he said that to me every day, but I do remember him saying it a few times. But it just, as I've been mulling this week, I was talking with a friend yesterday, and the mulling continued. And it was, what am I leaving behind? What am I designed to do? Am I just going to have a eulogy of, well, she was a good bookkeeper. She taught for 1 year in her life, right? And I thought, we're so much more than what we do. And as Hannah is launching into life, she got up great today, just in case anybody's wondering. As she's launching into life, I want her to remember that you've chosen something you're designed to do. You're good at it. You excel at it, but you are so much more than one part of your life. And she's transitioning. She is changing into an adult who can wake herself up a 4:15 in the morning. I never thought I'd see the day, to be honest. And there's going to be good days and there's going to be bad days, and there's going to, like we all have as grown-ups, but um, she is choosing her path and transitioning into the person she needs to be in order to walk that path. And I've been thinking a lot, and then I open up my meditation book today, and it's all about how if you don't just figure out what you're able to do, figure out what you were made to do, and then do a lot of that. I am able to be a good bookkeeper. I wasn't made to be a bookkeeper. I had written notes on this passage before and on this day, and I was like, what was I made to do? And the note I made then, a couple years ago, is the same note today. I am designed to mother the marginalized. But what are you designed to do? What are you made to do? What makes your heart beat fast? And you have to decide in yourself, do I need to do that for a career? Or do I need to simply shift my career around to do that? My brother, when I was moving from the restaurant industry into the office world, my mom was, I hope she can get a job that she loves to do. I would love it to include writing and she had a passion and a hope and a prayer for me. And my brother simply said, maybe she just needs money to come in so she can live and have a schedule that's free enough for her to do what she's designed to do as a volunteer or just as a person. And that's what it turned out to be. And so both my mom and my brother got their prayer for me answered. And therefore, I got a lot of prayers answered. I had a job, I have a job that just allowed me to pay some bills, allowed me to interact, also allowed me to know what it was like to be alone, to not have to worry about a whole bunch of other people. I was managing myself rather than managing my staff and my customers and I could assist someone else. And it was very healing for me. It allowed me to go into a room, shut the door. I was allowed to go out during COVID because nobody else in the building was working, so I could go out of my house to work because that would have driven me absolutely bonkers. But yeah, it was so wonderful that this job came at the right time. I am capable of doing that. But one of the things that struck me as I'm meditating on what are you capable of, what are you designed to do, what are you leaving behind, and then this morning there was one line that just said, don't be limited by what you excel at. Don't be limited by what you excel at. We're new creations. It's supposed to be this way. Don't resist the change. Go with it. And it's who am I today? I'm not the same person at 45, almost 46 that I was at 14, at 24, at 34. I'm not the same person. Oh, I have a core of who I am. But when I look around and I see people struggling with life, what is it that you're missing? Are you doing what you're passionate about? And if you're not, why? Because you've been designed for greatness. One of the things we were talking about, my friend and I, yesterday, was how there's theology and spiritual understanding in every aspect of life, whether it is sourced in a Christian environment or religious environment. And so we were talking about popular songs, and there's an East Coast song by the Rankins that is, we rise again in the faces of our children, we rise again in the voices of our song. And it's like, how will I rise again? And I'm not talking about a spiritual element, like an afterlife type of element. I'm talking about a spiritual element in, what am I leaving to the next generation? What am I leaving behind of myself that will rise again? And what do I want to leave more than anything else? I want to leave a love for those on the margins, because that's what I've been designed to do. And therefore I want my kids, although marginalized, I want them to also love those that are not as lovable as others, maybe. I want them to see the good in people. I want kindness. I want mercy. I want to rise again in that there's joy. There's something to be deeply joyful about, even on the days when you can't smile and you're not very happy. I want there to be peace. I want to rise again in peace, in not engaging with those online in the comment section. Jimmy, will you please just grant yourself some peace by not engaging? It's not worth your time, your stress. I want to rise again in sacrificial love. And that is the way of Jesus. That is the way. He did not say, let's conquer all levels of government and by hook or by crook we're going to do this. No, he said, serve your neighbor, love your neighbor, and love me, love God. And the way we love God is by loving our neighbor. And yeah, what have you been designed to do? How can you take your passions, the things that make your heart beat fast today, in today's world? Just because you started life doing one thing doesn't mean you have to continue doing it. Or if you have done it because you're passionate about it, do you need a reboot? I don't know. But what does your Monday look like for you? What does this week look like for you? It's pretty important to sit and go, who am I today? Because I want to tell you something, friend. You are enough. God has given you everything you need to walk the life He's given you. It's scary though, because sometimes change takes a whole lot of courage, and it takes, for some people it takes surgery, and some it's a metaphorical surgery. What are you going to do with life? It's hard to face a resignation letter because you know you're not on the right path. You're a couple jobs behind who you are now. You're just living someone else's life from the past. It's hard. It's hard. Are you just doing it to pay the bills so that you can then be passionate about something else on your off time? Go for it. Then pay those bills, walk away from the job at the end of the day, and go be amazing. Keep your feet on the ground and your head in the clouds, and just know, please know that I love you. Bye.